I'm Leaf Clevenger, 17 years old. I play lead guitar, rhythm guitar, and I'm the lead vocalist.
I'm Reese Verhodgeski. I'm 17. I play the drums.
I'm Gage Hagan. I'm 15, and I play bass.
We're just going to interview them today. Start off with a few questions together as a whole. How long have you guys been playing together as a band?
He and I have been playing together since about 2015, and Gage joined in May 2016.
What's the band's origin?
Origin such as...
I don't know, how'd you get started?
Started out...
In there.
We started out in there, in our Reese's little shed.
Don't point over there.
Which Reese refuses to point at, but it started out with just me and Reese wanting to get together. We both liked heavy metal music, and then kind of picked up from there. We jammed with plenty of different people, changed our sound quite often. We went from being hard rock, heavy metal, thrash metal, hard rock again, back to heavy metal, back to thrash metal, and
Death metal.
death metal,
Death metal.
thrash metal, death metal. Yeah, so that's basically where we're at right now, I would say.
What's the genre? Oh, never mind. Okay,
Genre,
answer.
I would say I'd call us brutal thrash. We got the brutality of death metal, but the speed and aggression of thrash metal. I would probably say that it's a pretty good combination of like take some old Sepultura, Slayer sounding stuff and with some Cannibal Corpse and
Mix it together.
death. Yeah, Slayer and Cannibal Corpse pretty much are
Vegas.
our two fathers. And imagine if Cannibal Corpse and Slayer had a baby and then it got younger and angrier, and that's us.
Sweet. How'd you guys meet each other?
School. No, it was through cross country.
Birth.
Birth. Yeah, I met Gage. He was born, and I was like, "What's up, man? You want to play bass?" And he goes, "Yeah." And then Reese and I think it was when we were in cross country. We were talking on the bus.
We've
We're
known
like,
each other.
"What? We like heavy metal too. What's up, man?" And then we were like, "He's like, I play drums." I'm like, "You play drums? I play guitar. Let's do this."
I remember, like, he and I have known each other for a while because of like sports, like baseball.
Yeah,
back in the day.
We played
But
baseball.
then we didn't like actually become friends until like I was a freshman.
Yeah, it was your freshman year, my sophomore year. I was in cross country. He was cross country manager.
He just kept Snapchatting me and he wouldn't leave me alone.
I'd be like, "You play drums? Play drums with me."
You
He's
just
like,
say,
"Okay."
hey, every single day. Look at us now.
From day one, how do you feel about the band? Like creations, the members, and progress?
I would say, progress-wise, I think we've all gotten a lot better. Honestly, Gage probably the most because
I was the worst when I joined.
he joined us and he didn't know shit. And then am I allowed to say shit?
I don't think so.
Dang it.
We'll cut that
I'll
out.
cut that out.
Don't cut it out.
He didn't know anything. Sorry. When we first started, Gage didn't really know anything, and it was kind of we just threw him into the mix, and he didn't know what was going on. And me and Reese were kind of progress-wise. It used to be kind of a writing terms of writing. It used to be like we would jam out back when we were more on the rock side of music. I would say it used to be just jamming out, where now our music's a lot more technical. It takes a lot more time to sit down. I can't just sit down and just play a lot of the riffs that we were using.
We used to be able to just sit down for like a 10-minute session and be like, wow, this is half a song.
Yeah, but we jam out. It'd be really simple, like rock sounding stuff. But now with our technical, a lot more aggressive sounding, faster. It's mostly me and Gage will sit down and write a lot of riffs, and then we'll jam them with Reese or send them to Reese and he practices stuff. And then usually it starts with either me and Gage will write something or Reese will write something, and he'll write something on the drums, we'll write something on guitars or bass, and then we'll bring ideas together. And then that's when it comes to like just playing around, messing around with sounds that we come up with, and then until we find a nice product. And then I've got everything recorded on my computer, and then I just rearrange sounds and everything.
Yeah, when we first started, we were both pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like, he could play a couple power chords.
I could play power chords, and I
I could-
downpicked everything.
I could hit 3 drums.
Gage couldn't do anything. Like Gage would sit there and look at me like
Yeah.
a lot of times. But his bass wasn't like me and Reese would I would turn my thing up all the way, and Reese would hit his drums as hard as possible, and then Gage would stand there and be like, "I'm here." Sometimes he'd play right now, but
Yeah, we got a lot better since we started. Because,
absolutely,
Yeah.
it's a lot of building off each other. I would say like a lot of like me and Gage practicing together, like just being like, oh, like it'll be like Gage writes this riff that's like he can play really well, but for me, the way that I have to play it is really hard. So practicing something new that using his mind and my mind together makes us both better. So like I'll write something that's too hard for him to play, and then he practices it out over a week or so, and then he gets it down, and I think we really build off each other in that aspect of it.
You guys get any current workout?
Out? No.
Yeah. No.
But we have
No.
a lot of songs we're working on right now. Imagine Think Create is done. The rest of them are we got 3-4 more that are close to being done, and then
Like really close.
and
Most
then
of
we've
them.
just got a bunch of random ideas that are still waiting. But hopefully, since it's getting nicer out, we'll be able to
Jam.
practice more
Start
often.
playing some shows.
Yeah, we want to start playing shows soon, but
You guys think you'll ever do like shows at Smorgasbord or something downtown?
I don't know. It depends on the crowd. Old people don't typically like brutal death metal, but if they did, that'd be cool.
And people our age typically don't like brutal death metal,
Yeah.
but if they did, that'd be cool.
We'll make them like it. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's by force.
I'll be like, hey, come to this event, and they'll be like, why? And I'll say, I don't know, and then I'll go, and they'll go, that's why.
How did your band get your word out?
Facebook mostly.
Facebook and word of mouth and documentaries.
No, but mostly Facebook. We post all of our videos of our like whenever we come up with something new. If we record it, we record things to remember them. Like we'll take videos of them whenever we practice together or we're writing, and then we'll post just random videos on Facebook.
Like the Facebook page.
Yeah, like us on Facebook, please. Consistency.
Band.
No big deal.
We have a Twitter and a Snapchat, but I don't think we've ever used it for anything.
And an Instagram, but don't follow them.
I didn't realize we had an Instagram even. So, yeah, no, I did know that. Never mind.
And what's your band's image? You guys plan on having like masks like Slipknot at one day or any outfits?
Maybe
How do you wanna
outfits.
how do you want to portray yourself like in shows?
Maybe outfits, but not like a
Not mask.
jumpsuit. Probably not masks.
Yeah, masks.
More like this kind of stuff.
Yeah, probably what I'm wearing right now. This is kind of like my look, you know.
Battle jacket.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, camo.
Probably like
Camo, you want to zoom in on that right there? Camo, that's a must-have. Blood, that's good.
Blood.
Green is a really good color. Yeah, basically,
Gore.
yeah, gore, blood.
Vegas.
Reese just needs whatever he can to keep himself cool because there's a lot of movement when it comes to playing the drums.
Yeah.
That's basically our look.
Yeah. Mostly just
We're going for sass, not class. I'd say that's like our main look.
Can I coach on that?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
we're going definitely for a comfortable thing. More like
Yeah,
rather
true.
than
Like not like in the
Look at
80s
us.
where they're like wearing like spandex
Glam.
and
Yeah, like-
spandex and
like
crazy.
real tight. Like
Basically, we're rocking the
Real
looking
tight.
like I just woke up out of my
Bed.
cabin that I live in the woods, and
Out of my coffin.
Yeah,
woke
my
up
coffin.
woke up on the ground and put on
I could see us doing like face paint maybe,
Yeah.
like maybe like
yeah
Kind of
probably.
like Kiss or
like-
something,
like
but more
skulls.
Not
your
like
style.
Kiss.
skulls, but more like a kiss, but more like skulls or something scarier. Like,
Kiss, but more like brutal.
like
death
maybe like
metal.
contacts, like make my eyes red. I think that'd be kind of cool. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah.
Nice, sweet.
Marilyn Manson contacts would be cool.
True with the weird eyes. Yeah.
What's the most fun part about the band?
Why don't you take this one, Gage?
Jamming out.
I agree. Yeah, it's mostly just jamming, sitting down. Because he and I are pretty well in sync where we can just play.
Yeah, we've been playing together for what 3 years now. I want to say
About
2 years.
2.5, but
2.5,
at the
whatever.
same, but like we can just sit down and just start playing and just match off of each other without thinking about it.
Yeah, same with
It
like
just
me and
kinda
Gage.
happened.
Same with like me and Gage. It's like we practice together pretty much every day. So like I think we're really got a tight connection. We're like building off each other. Like a lot of times, like I remember when we first started playing together, I'd like play a riff and he'd be like, okay, you're gonna have to teach me that, and I'd have to teach him it step by step. Whereas now I can be like, play this, and he'll go, okay, and then he plays it, and like he can do the same thing with me, where we just bounce ideas off each other, and I think get inside each other's heads. a
Me
little
and
bit.
Reese are getting there.
Yeah, him and Reese are getting there. They
One day.
One day.
What's the hardest part about the band?
Finding time to get together.
When it's cold.
yeah, when it's cold
Oh.
is really
Does
hard,
your
but.
fingers cramp up with guitars and
But
stuff?
I
don't
think
they?
what my master plan has been for this year was during the winter I just conjured up as many terrifying riffs as I could just to get some really brutal, angry sounding riffs and just get some really tight, fast sounding, aggressive stuff to get in the sound that I want. And then I think we'll spend this portion, hopefully this month, maybe a little bit into next month, hopefully just this month if we can get it done. But
That's the goal.
get a bunch of songs done, maybe learn a couple covers, and then
Play shows.
play shows.
Mhm.
That's our number one goal right now. Is
When
just
do you think you guys will play some shows?
Summer.
whenever we can, honestly, whenever we can
Yeah.
find
Oh,
someone
please.
that's like, hey, you want to play a show? I'll go, yes, please.
Or if we can find like venues and stuff around.
Yeah. Or honestly, just being like, hey,
We're gonna be here.
we're gonna be here. Or like, I could see us like just throwing up something in the garage and being like, hey, have some people over. We'll have a potluck or whatever. bring your best dish, and we'll bring you.
Bring your best casserole.
Yeah, bring your best casserole, and we'll bring our
Best
brutal
brutal
death metal.
brutal death metal. Brutal thrash, black, Swedish death
There's
metal.
a lot of different things that go into our sound. I would say we're basically a casserole. Our sound is we're like I would say
Mix everything together.
we all have really different styles. Whereas like I'm really into like Swedish metal and thrash metal and brutal death. Whereas Gage is more into like the thrash metal and like power metal, like Iron Maiden type stuff. And then Reese is into something else. I'm not really sure.
Mostly, I'm more into, honestly, like hard rock type stuff. It's either like hard rock or just Cannibal Corpse. That's about it. Bloodbath.
All right, thanks. Lead singer and guitarist of Consistency. You are self-taught, correct?
Yes,
Guitar
I'm self-taught.
and singing, self-taught singing.
Yeah, pretty much.
How long have you been playing guitar?
Since 8th grade, so I don't even know, 5 years now, pretty much. I know my mom got me my first guitar for my birthday. That's how I started playing. Pretty much self-taught besides like YouTube videos that I've seen, but other than that.
Where do you see yourself within the band in 5 years with like graduating this year?
5 years. Graduating this year. I plan on going to MCC next year. I hope to major in music in college just because it's what I'm into, it's what I really like, and hopefully see a future with that. Getting into maybe music production or music, like opening a studio or something like that. But along with these guys, I just want to, right now my only goal is just to be able to get to a point where we're playing shows and being aggressive.
How many guitars do you own?
I own 9 electric guitars and 1 acoustic guitar.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Favorite concert?
My favorite concert had to be when we went and saw Metallica.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Metallica is one of my biggest influences, and that band means a lot to me. And seeing them live was awesome.
Some guy offered us marijuana. Don't smoke,
Yeah.
kids.
Do not
Don't do drugs.
Drugs are bad.
What?
Did you answer that? Favorite memory of that concert?
Of that concert, probably when they played the song Blackened.
Oh,
That is my
was
favorite
a good
song.
one.
That main riff, sick. That riff is sick.
That was awesome. Who are you most influenced by?
Guitar playing wise, James Hetfield from Metallica, like his riffage is just supreme, along with like Pat from Cannibal Corpse, and obviously Dimebag Darrell from Pantera. Like Pantera was huge for when I first started playing. And then vocals wise, Corpse Grinder and Chris Barnes from Cannibal Corpse. Obviously, that's my vocal style is really mirrored off like them. And then Death, Chuck Schuldiner, he plays guitar and sings just like me. So that's pretty much, yeah.
And your favorite band?
My favorite band, I don't know. My favorite band changes like depending on my mood that I'm in. I would say right now, probably Cannibal Corpse. I've been really getting into them lately, but yeah, probably Cannibal Corpse as of right now. Just listening to a lot of their old music is my favorite stuff right now.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, cool.
I'm here with Reese Verhofsky, drummer of Consistency. What does it take to be a drummer?
Hard work, perseverance, and hard work. Also, you gotta practice a lot, and have good rhythm. Because if you just sit down and hit randomly, that's not playing the drums. That's sitting down and hitting randomly.
You might need some drumsticks too, huh? Is there another type of genre that you would like to see this band live up to? 'Cause you're at that. What's the genre now?
Brutal death metal.
Okay. You like
Brutal
it?
thrash, that's it. See, I don't know. I kind of just like playing, so whatever they're up to doing. My drumming style honestly hasn't changed for a while. It's just been as fast as I can do on the kicks, plus random stuff with my hands. That sounds cool.
What are some big changes that might happen in a few years with the band?
Hopefully playing shows, get some songs recorded for people to have. Like if we print out some CDs and stuff if we're at a show, we can give them out to people because I don't think anyone's gonna come up and buy them, honestly. Just playing shows, getting well known.
What's your favorite concert?
My favorite concert was probably also the Metallica one because I was in the very front row and I don't know, I just, almost got killed about 4 times. Somebody crowd surfed, about broke my back. Had a drunk lady punch me in the head. It was a good time.
Favorite memory of that concert?
I want to also say probably when they started Blackened because I was not expecting it whatsoever. But then they did a thing in the middle of Now That We're Dead where they got these big freaking they looked like African drums almost, and they just got out there and just like do and just started doing it. And then they
Sounded
had
pretty good too.
yeah, and
It's
then
Metallica.
they had Lars doing some weird thing that he probably struggled on, but no, I'm just kidding. It was pretty cool.
Who are you most influenced by?
I'm gonna have to probably say the Rev from Avenged Sevenfold because when I listen to them, that's really what started me on my, and they started getting me into more heavier music. They started getting me into things that weren't like Green Day and Nirvana. I don't know. Ever since I heard of them and just heard his playing, that's just got me going.
And then what's your favorite band?
Avenged Sevenfold and Bloodbath are tied because they both influence me a lot and they both just have songs I can listen to at any time.
Alright, thanks. Trey Hagen.
That's gay.
How did you do that?
Did you do that on purpose? That's not funny.
Don't ever compare Band Unite.
Don't ever compare that guy.
Band Unite.
One more time. You're with Gage Hagen, bassist of Consistency. What's it like being the youngest member of the band?
It kind of sucks because they pick on me the most, but I'm stronger than my brother, so I can just take him out whenever I need to.
You've been to concerts, right?
Yes.
What's your favorite one you've been to?
I'd have to say the Kiss concert I went to. That was really fun. They had a lot of fireworks and stuff.
Cool. What made you choose bass?
Well, my brother played guitar, so bass was just
kind of an opening for it. Favorite concert?
Kiss concert.
Oh, yeah. And favorite memory of the concert?
When some drunk chick turned behind me and started yelling at me. It was pretty funny.
Who are you most influenced by?
Bands like Cannibal Corpse, Death, Sepultura, Lost Society.
And your favorite band?
Favorite band is currently Death, because they're both thrash and death metal.
Alright. Thanks.
Hello. We're consistency.